So who knows? Who's going to be closer?
That means I can get a ticket to a game. That's what that means.
Joining us now, a man who can offer an opinion on our Twitter question today, Russ Tialavea, Director of Football Operations for BYU. Russ, welcome to Studio B, man.
What's up, guys? Good to be here.
Okay, so you just heard our opinions. Where do you think Bronson Kaufusi will be drafted in terms of, like, round? Do you have a specific team you want him to go to?
Yeah. Before I share my thoughts, go Chargers.
Go Chargers! Okay.
Go Chargers,
San Diego boy got to represent,
You're
man.
a Chargers
so,
fan, okay.
Yeah, we've struggled over the last since we were formed, so. Yeah. So hopefully the Chargers pick up Bronson Kaufusi because I know he'll do really well. I haven't really been paying attention to the NFL draft. I've heard a lot of things from other areas, but I do think from what I've heard and from what I've talked to Bronson, it sounds like hopefully it'll be a early third round, late second round pick. But I don't really know. I haven't looked into it that much. So,
what role does getting guys drafted play in BYU football? Because the previous coaching staff, I felt there was an emphasis. It didn't feel that strong to me. You played under that regime. Now Kalani Sitake's here. Can you talk about maybe what this new staff has thought about it? Maybe that's not been discussed yet.
Well, I think it depends on the team. Our purpose as a staff and coaching is to figure out what best fits the system that we have, and we try to put the best players in that area, and as we understand who best fits what position, so we'll have a better team and a better outcome. Then we try to figure out how can we develop this player to be the best player he can be, and as far as developing a player to get to the NFL. That's our purpose as coaches. The better they are, the better they become on the team, the better NFL potential they'll have throughout the year. And it's hard. We don't focus on players to get to the NFL. We focus on the players that have success here in college and on the field. And that's what we try to do.
Obviously, you want to be successful in this first year under head coach Kalani Sitake.
Yeah.
Tough schedule, a lot of former players coming back to take coaching positions. So what are your objectives over the summer when you don't have immediate control of the team, but still there's an emphasis on getting ready for fall camp?
Oh, that's from the time season ends to the time season starts. So when 2015 season ended, our objective was to get the team ready for Arizona for that first game. And so that's really our objective. We do tons of things. We do tons of things during the off season that promote our program, that help our program recruiting. Social media, we're on it a lot. We do a bunch of camps during the summer to help, with financial stuff. But our main purpose is to get those players academically fit, ready, progressing through their careers at the university, and getting a bunch of weight and a bunch of speed on them so they can become better players when they report during fall camp. During the season.
In case you were wondering just how many days there are until you play Arizona.
Countdown to the Wildcats.
128. You still have a countdown in the lobby?
I don't think we do, man.
You got rid of it?
That's what happens when you put me in charge. Nothing happens.
Yeah,
Even though I'm not in charge, but
128 days away, as Jeremy said. We count down every day.
We count down every day.
That's half a year, right? No? Close?
We're close, man. We're like 4 months away.
We're close. A third of a year.
4 months. Well, let's put it into perspective. The Lone Peak 3 haven't played a competitive basketball game together
1,500
in
days.
1,516 days. So 128 sounds like next week.
Listen, there's relative gratitude from me related to not having to do that. Yeah, but it's not actual gratitude. Yeah. This summer, there's still lots going on. I know you guys run a lot of camps, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Fan Fest happened. What was the reaction from the staff from Fan Fest in Mesa?
Oh, man, so Kalani got back. David Almodova kind of coordinates that whole thing, Fan Fest, where we go outside of the state and show support and show love to all the fans outside of Utah. They came back, and they were all pumped, amazing, happy, excited to get to our next one. But there was an incredible showing in Arizona. I think we had 3,000-plus fans come in. And it's awesome to see when you have people, especially recruits that go there, and they see the amount of support that they have in their own hometown outside of Utah. That's huge, man. And Kalani was pumped. I haven't seen the coaches a lot. They're all outside recruiting. They went to Arizona from wherever they were recruiting, and then after they went back to wherever they needed to recruit. So I haven't talked to the coaches, but Kalani's pumped. David said it was awesome. Our director of marketing and our support staff that went had a blast. And the MC, I Am Jack the Mooney, said it was the funnest time he had.
The MC, is that what you call it?
MC Jack the Mooney, man.
That is totally appropriate for Jack DeMooney. Holy cow, what a personality he brings. And he said, you know, not just the 3,000 plus fans that showed up for the actual Fan Fest on Saturday in Mesa, but they also did some firesides and spoke to big groups and said, man, it was packed in both of those places. And you combine all those fans, like we're talking like close to maybe 8,000 or 10,000 people that had access to BYU that weekend.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. I don't know how many came to the firesides, but Kalani talked about it with me, and he said it was impressive to see how many people showed up to the Fan Fest and then to the firesides that they spoke at. And there's good things to come, man. I think we have 3 or 4 coming up, but we're pretty excited to see the outcome of those too.
You're the preseason #1 Fireside Speaking team in the country. This is the 12th year running. The strength of Fireside is extremely strong this year. You guys are mixing it up. So this summer, you're going to go to East Lansing, Montgomery, Ohio, San Clemente, which is kind of near where you're from, Washington, D.C., Laie, Sandy, Eagle, Idaho. So where BYU plays games this year, that's cool. That's different.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So a lot of places, most of the places are the places where we're going to play games just to, you know, make sure we get a lot of love, show a lot of love to those places where we're going to go. And I think California, we're not playing there. We're playing UCLA, but, I mean, California, there's a huge population down there of LDS people. So it's cool, man. I think it's a great opportunity to reach out to the fans that support us and also just to show the people what we have here, all our coaches and all our support staff, get them, you know, for the people that don't have an opportunity to come here and meet us, we make that opportunity available for those guys. So, man, come out. Oh, man, if you guys can make it, it'll be a great opportunity. It's super fun.
New dynamic on Friday nights before games where players used to be involved in those, and then they would play the game the next day. Coach Satake hinted that we're going to let them focus just on football at that time, and that's a large part of why these other firesides are coming into play. Is just like, we still want you to have the access, but we want to take out a distraction perhaps and allowing them to get ready for the game. Like, is that the #1 reason that this went down, or what else did you see?
I don't know if it was the #1 reason. Kalani is really good at having the players feel like they have ownership over the program, and he's talked to the players a lot. And I don't know if Kalani knew he was going to do it when he got hired. I don't think he did. I don't think he had a decision whether he was going to do firesides or not. But I think he talked to the players, and after hearing what the players felt and what they wanted, I think after that discussion with all the players, because he spoke to each one individually when he got here in January, and I think he got the feeling that maybe game time or those Friday night and Saturday is the time where we focus on the game and prepare. And there are other times where we can reach out to all the fans and represent the university through firesides. And so we're doing all these firesides so we can do that in these places. And then I don't know if we announced the alumni firesides or not. We have, right? If not, stay tuned, guys.
So additional firesides?
Maybe. I don't know. We're still planning. We're always trying to plan to take care of our fans.
Yeah. No, this is cool. And I'm actually of the opinion that I think that's great, because if BYU fans want to gather, they want to meet some of the administration. There's some former players in the administration, right? Mm-hmm. Like if Tom Hommel goes, Chad Lewis, those are some significant former players, right? Let the players prep for the game. I think that when the firesides were initiated in 2005 and no one showed up, and then they became a huge thing, I think that was what was good for the program at the time. You evolve, and I think that the evolution is now that's absolutely not the case. Okay, one guy that probably is going to firesides now is Mo Longy, missionary in Phoenix. What are the plan? Is BYU going to honor the scholarship that was offered to him?
That's the plan right now. We mail our missionaries. We email, contact them, just send them a little note, see how they're doing, and he's still on our list. And my job is not really recruiting, so I'm not really familiar. I'm familiar, but I'm not. I don't know 100% what they're doing in that field, but I do know we're staying in contact with them. We do plan to coming back and honoring that scholarship. But we're excited, man. I think the last time I saw him was, remember that clip when he was running in the gas station?
Yes.
It looked like he was going to fall down at the end because he was going uphill, but I'm not sure if he did or not. They cut it off last minute. But he can run, man. He can run really fast, or his companion's really slow. Either one.
Few people make Bronson Kafusi look average, but Mo Longy does that. Unreal. Okay, so the plan is still for him to come back. I think he returns from his mission in 9 or 10 months. In February of 2017.
You guys know more than me, man. It's not good.
Anytime you need an
Alumni
insider's
Fireside,
edge.
you know more about.
Anytime you need that info, Russ, you know where to find
If you
us.
need to know something about BYU football, just let us know, Russ.
To the director.